What's going on, guys? JSGC here, and we are here for another Manchester City video. Today we're going to be doing the Manchester City preview at home against Leeds United. Another massive game, City taking on Leeds, Saturday 3 PM kickoff time. The last one for Manchester City for the season on May 6, 2023. Game is massive at both ends of the table here for both teams. Should be a good game. Game's been broadcast live on Sky Sports if you're wanting to watch this game in the UK. Anyone that is heading down to the Etihad, do enjoy yourself. And yes, I will be doing another live watch along for you guys to enjoy. We'll have the link out to that later on this evening so you can set your reminders for, and I'll be live at 2:30 PM BST tomorrow for the live watch along of this game. But before I do crack on with this video, make sure, like always, if you are enjoying the content, do subscribe to my channel, press that red button, press the bell and put your push notifications on. Also, don't forget as well, social media links, they're in the description below and sliding across at the bottom of the screen if you want to go and follow me on my Twitter and Instagram. Email also in the description too if you want to hit me up for any sponsorships for any videos or any general business inquiries. TikTok link also in the description if you want to go and follow me on there. Also, don't forget as well to leave a thumbs up. 100 likes is the aim. Do let me know your thoughts as well in the comments below, including your score and team prediction for this game. And finally, this preview, like all my previews this season, is sponsored and brought to you by BetMate, who are running a £300 pot, £3 entry fee. You can download the app for free using my link in the description. And if you use code JSGC10 on sign up, then you'll get £10 in free bets. You can use them free bets to join this pot for free. The normal rules do apply. It is only available to those in the UK only, and you must be 18 or over to join. As I said, it is a £300 pot, paying up to the top 30 places. First place getting a very cool £90 Saturday 3 PM special in the Premier League. You can join using the code FF-3PM-0605. Alternatively, just go onto the BetMate homepage. You can select from the pots on there, and you've got loads of other pots that you can go and join as well if you so wish. You've got accumulators, both teams to score, pots and everything, all available, so do go and check that out. But this pot specifically, £300 pot, involves 4 Premier League games, including that of City against Leeds, Bournemouth against Chelsea, Spurs against Palace, and Wolves taking on Aston Villa. You can select up to 2 players from each team, and you earn points based on things like goals, assists, clean sheets, saves made, tackles, headers won. You can lose points for penalty misses, being carded, things like that. Very much like fantasy football, so do go and check out BetMate. Links and details there in the description. And I'll speak more about them later in the video. So I want to speak about our opponents then. Leeds United, currently 16 to 1 to win this game, 7.5 to 1 to draw. City whopping 8 to 1 on favourites to win this game. City overwhelming favourites. Why? Well, Leeds United currently sitting in 17th place. They're out of the relegation on goal difference, and goal difference could be absolutely key come the end of the season and deciding who goes down and who stays up. So Leeds United, if they are to lose this game, which is what the odds are suggesting is going to happen, they're not going to want to lose this game by many, and losing by 4, 5, 6 goals here, and it is possible that that could happen if Leeds aren't on it and Manchester City are. Then all of a sudden it opens up the goal difference, and goal difference at this point in the season when things are so close could just be crucial. It could be that extra point that is needed for teams like Leeds to be able to stay in the Premier League. Now, they've currently got an 8-goal difference lead on Nottingham Forest, who are currently sitting in 18th place. Everton, Leicester, they're in the mix. Southampton looking in trouble. They're in bother, 6 points adrift. West Ham still needing maybe another win as well to be safe. It's very tight, very exciting, but also I'm sure for all the teams and the supporters down there, very nerve-wracking as well. So very, very interesting to say the least here for Leeds United. Now, Leeds, between now and the end of the season, have got just 4 games remaining. Manchester City away, Newcastle at home, West Ham away, Spurs at home. All 4 of them games, very tricky games, and to me, they're going to do very well to stay in the Premier League, and that is why their manager Xavi Garcia has been sacked, and Sam Allardyce, relegation expert in keeping teams in the Premier League, only got 1 relegation to his name. That came in his last job in the Premier League with West Bromwich Albion. That's why he's been appointed, and he's got himself an ego boost by saying the likes of Pep and Klopp he's just as good as them. And what he means by that is that he knows what it takes to get stuck in and be able to adapt a team to do enough to be able to stay in the Premier League. And I'll tell you right now, if Sam Allardyce in these next 4 games manages to keep Leeds United in the Premier League, he'll have done an excellent job. So, see if he'll put his money where his mouth is. Very, very, very interesting at the bottom of the Premier League. Now, normally this is where I'd sit here and talk about form and say to you that Leeds not won in the last 5 games, lost away against Bournemouth 4-1 in the last game. But they've got a new manager with a new focus, and the next focus is these next 4 games, and that's all that matters to Leeds now. Doesn't matter what's happened in the previous 34 games. There's nothing that can be done about that. There's nothing that we can judge upon them games, because Allardyce is going to change the team up, change of formation, change of philosophy, everything changes. So pointless really looking at what the form's suggesting to us, more about where the dangers are and what to expect from Leeds United. Now, in typical Sam Allardyce fashion, he will want there to be no space for Man City to work with. He will go with that low block system. He will have players behind the ball. There will be no room for Manchester City. So I would say now, more than any other game this season, it is so important not only that Manchester City find the first goal, but also that Manchester City, if we're able to, find that goal as quickly as possible. If we can get that at some point in the first half, that would be brilliant. It's going to open this game up and it will suit Manchester City. Leeds United, if they do what West Ham did in midweek and get us to 0-0 at half-time, they'll be rubbing their hands at this. They'll be thinking that's a job well done. And Manchester City, maybe with one eye on Real Madrid, they're going to be rotating their team. It might look just a little bit disjointed. To me, need to come firing all-out attack from the blocks to push and get that early goal. Even if that means leaving us a little bit open, so to speak, at the back. I want Leeds to know that they've got Manchester City, they're away from home, this is what to expect. And I want City, with Real Madrid coming up, in an ideal world, I want this game sealing as soon as possible to allow a full rotation for our players. And I know some people aren't keen. They'll say, JSGC, look at the Leicester game and what happened there. Well, it's about time some of these rotated players turned up and put in a good performance, because if they're wanting minutes between now and the end of the season, they've got to play well. And they will get given their chance. The likes of Laporte and Phillips, they're needed. When they get that chance, they need to grab it with both hands, in my opinion. Now, Leeds, in terms of dangers, Weston Mckennie, I'm expecting to be starting in the middle. Jack Harrison, I'm excited to see him. I'm wondering if we're going to see him as a winger or we're going to see him as a wing-back. He was a wing-back in the last game, but as I said, this is under Sam Allardyce, so I'm expecting some changes to be made. We saw Luke Ayling go on as right wing-back. They went with a back 3. They may well stick with that as well. So if that is the case, you're going to be seeing the likes of Koch and Cooper starting at the back, with Meslier starting in goal. I'm wondering in attack who we're going to be seeing. Patrick Bamford started in the last game and scored a goal, so he could be starting. Other players like Rodrigo could be featuring. You've got players like Forshaw, Firpo as well. A decent team, and if they work hard as a team in a system that might work, it might not, then they do stand every chance of staying up. The problem is, they've got teams that have all got something to play for. Newcastle trying to seal Champions League football. Spurs trying to get into the Champions League or potentially seal at least a European place. West Ham fighting for their Premier League survival, and City fighting for the Premier League title. So it's not going to be easy. But Leeds are fighting for survival as well. So they need to turn up and get that job done. As I said, I think first goal here, key. If City can grab that, I think if we can make it all about quality, we can go on here to have a good, comfortable game. I can see Manchester City, I'm going to rule out this being a 6 or a 7, because I can see City, if they get 2 or 3, taking the foot off the gas and starting to preserve energy ready for Real Madrid. And to me, I think that is the right approach. I don't want City to burn themselves out here, going all guns blazing for 90 minutes, if we don't need to. And we need to make sure we're not putting ourselves in that position. But if we do need to do that, that is where rotation here is key for Manchester City. And it's good that we've got Nathan Ake now back in full training. He started in the last game and potentially in contention to be starting in this game as well. We know Foden's good to go, and it's good to see Kevin De Bruyne returning back to first team training. Not sure if he's going to be starting here or not. to be honest, if we want him fit and ready for midweek against Real Madrid at the Bernabeu, I'd start him, give him the first half, see how he's coping. If he's doing all right, take him off for the second half and rotate him that way. Maybe if he's got it in him, give him 50, 55 minutes. Certainly won't be giving him any more than that to make sure he's fit and ready to go for that game at the Bernabeu. Now, I'm expecting City to do 3 or 4 changes, 3 or 4 bits of rotation. We saw Akanji, Gundogan and Ederson all rested against West Ham, so I'm expecting them players to be starting in this game, and we've got a good opportunity here for the likes of Dias and Grealish to be rotated, and maybe even one of Rodri or John Stones as well. I'm not expecting both them players to be rested, but it's Pep Guardiola, anything can happen. I certainly wouldn't rule out Ortega Moreno keeping a clean sheet in the last game, potentially starting in this game as well. So I'm going to pop up my team prediction now for you guys. I'm going for Ederson to be starting in goal. I think it'll be a back three, Walker going on the right-hand side, Ake on the left-hand side, and Akanji going through the middle. That's rest there for Ruben Dias. I've got John Stones to slot into that gap, and Ilkay Gundogan going slightly more offensive, expecting Leeds to be playing that low block and having players behind the ball. So that's a little bit of rest there for Rodri, and I've got De Bruyne and Alvarez starting alongside each other. Will give a little bit of rest for Bernardo Silva. And then out wide I've gone with Mahrez on the right wing, Foden on the left wing to give Grealish a little bit of a rest, and Erling Haaland going up top. Remember, he's now the all-time leading Premier League top goal scorer in one full season on 35 and aiming to try and get to 40 goals in a season. Now, in terms of City's form, 14 wins from 15 in all competitions. The only time we've not won is a draw against Bayern Munich. We've won our last 9 Premier League games in a row. We're unbeaten in all competitions since February 5th. Our last loss coming away from home against Tottenham Hotspur. Manchester City currently on a 19-game unbeaten run in all competitions. Now, in terms of my betting tips, I'm going for Haaland to score any time, and I can see Cooper being carded any time as well. My score prediction for today, I'm going for 2-0 to Manchester City. I think Haaland will score in the first half. Earlier in the second half, I think Foden will grab it, seal the game, and City will then start to preserve that energy ready for Real Madrid away on Tuesday night. So they're my thoughts, so do let me know your score prediction and everything and your team prediction in the comments below. So, moving on to today's video sponsor, BetMate. £300 pot, £3 entry fee. Links and details there in the description. My team, I'm going for Martinez of Villa to be starting in goal. I've gone with Konsa and Smith, so Konsa of Villa and Smith of Bournemouth. Villa are playing Wolves away, Bournemouth have got Chelsea at home. I've gone with Foden from this game in midfield alongside Kovacic of Chelsea, who are away at Bournemouth. And up top, I've gone with Erling Haaland started in this game, and of course going up against the club of his hometown where he was born. And I've gone with Heung-min Son up top as well of Tottenham Hotspur in their game against Palace. Bench, I've got Neto of Bournemouth, Perisic of Spurs, Kante of Chelsea, and Zaha of Crystal Palace as well. Remember, £300 pop. You can go and enter now. Links and details, they are in the description. Remember, if you are going to gamble, do gamble responsibly, and when the fun stops, stop. So a massive game once more here for Manchester City. Arsenal, they're not playing until the day after on the Sunday. So Manchester City have got the chance here to go 4 points clear at the top of the Premier League, with us playing the equal amount of games and us having the goal difference on them as well. Puts all kinds of pressure onto Arsenal in their difficult away match at Newcastle on Sunday. For Leeds, West Ham, they're at home against Manchester United on Sunday. Leicester, they're away at Fulham on Monday. Everton are away at Brighton on Monday, and Forest are at home to Southampton on Monday night. So a massive bank holiday weekend of football in the Premier League at both ends of the table. I'm going to be doing my live watch along. Remember, link will be out later on this evening for you to set your reminders for. I'll be live at 2:30 PM BST, so I will see you then for that one. I cannot wait for it. Looking forward to this game. Should be a good one. So, there we go. That's been the video. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did enjoy this video, leave a thumbs up. 100 likes is the aim. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, including your score and team prediction for this game. Subscribe if you're new around here. Press that red button, press the bell, and put your push notifications on. Social media links there in the description below and sliding across at the bottom of the screen if you want to go and follow me on my Twitter and Instagram. Email also in the description too if you want to hit me up for any sponsorships for any videos or any general business inquiries. TikTok link also in the description if you want to go and follow me on there. Also, don't forget as well to go and check out today's video sponsor, which is brought to you by BetMate. Links and details there in the description. And I'll see you all again tomorrow for the live watch along. Last note, I just want to say, I hope everybody has a fantastic bank holiday and yeah, coronation weekend, history being made. Football, that's what it's all about. I'll see you for that tomorrow. So I've been JSGC. Thank you everyone for watching. I hope everyone is safe and well. Peace. Ciao for now.